Let me ask the final question. When we look at your ministry, we can see vividly two men that you follow, Bishop David Oyedepo, Reverend Chris Oyakhilome. Can you run us through that?
Okay, so Bishop Oyedepo was my first pastor. I'm not one of the people who found out about him later. That was the church I was born into. And I listened to him. I never missed a Sunday service because my parents never missed a Sunday service. Almost all my life until 2011. So from the time I remember my consciousness, from 93, I was a member of the church, and I think that ingratiated in me the spirit of faith in a raw, authentic fashion. So a lot of people encountered it at some point in ministry, but I grew up seeing it every day in such a way that I didn't know any other way. My first pastor had a private jet, 1995. So I don't know how to. So in fact, someone had to tell me, calm down, because before, when I'm advising people, I say, buy it now. Because, you want to do this, do it. I don't know how to. So I had to calm down to see that it's a function of the anointing and a strong mental model. That was my model. I remember I was just about 6 years old, climbing up to Children's Church and seeing Signs and Wonders, the newspaper of the ministry. They had the plan, the building plan for Canaan land.
Wow.
It was going to be 5 billion. I remember seeing, 25 billion or something like that. And I shook my head. I was like, what kind of man is this? And they said in 18 months or something like that.
Wow.
18 months. And so hearing all of that, my mom was an usher, and I know that they used to use 3 days to count offering. Because the biggest domination was 50 naira. So you can't convince me of lack in ministry. You can't. I've never had that picture. So I don't see any other way, but to, and then Pastor Chris, the touch of excellence, elocution and delivery, the flow of the supernatural, that's my stream. That's my stream.
Who do you lean towards the most, if I may ask?
They are both been blessed into my life. So let me say, it's hard. It's hard to say. But in terms of doctrinal persuasion, maybe more towards Pastor. But interestingly, God used both of them as a crucible for me to find my own self. So if you check, I'm unique, even in doctrine.
Yes.
There are many things I hold dear to doctrinally that is very different from the two people that God has used. So but when you talk about the raw spirit of faith, you just start something, do something, plant this church, do it. That's Bishop Oyedepo, raw.